Have a live. Hello. That was fast. It's normally never that fast. Hello.
But are we?
Never happens. It's like normally go live. Click, 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 click. Anyway. Hi. I'm Paula. This is my channel. How you doing? This is the Book Hermit. The channel, the Book Hermit.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I am.
Mm-hmm. You've been especially hermity of late because you broke a jet ankle. You've gone extreme hermit. You're like, nah, I'm not even going to be online.
Not even by choice.
Yeah. You did have the trimolar fracture, didn't you? That's the broken all three of the bones. No,
so I dislocated, and then you know how there's two bones in the bottom part?
That's exactly what happened to me.
Both sides of both bones.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened to me. It's like if the ankle hadn't have dislocated and swollen up,
yeah,
my leg wouldn't have been attached to my ankle.
Right.
My leg wouldn't have been attached to my foot, but yeah. To be fair, most of the pain went away when they undislocated it. Basically, a lot of the pain went away when they undislocated it.
Yeah, that. Did they give you the stuff that you stay awake for, but apparently you don't care?
No, they knocked me out. They gave me the white stuff.
Awake.
You were awake?
I was awake the first time they tried to put it back in.
Ow.
You seriously?
No.
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 If you dislocate anything and they say, we'll give you this stuff, you'll stay awake, but you won't care. Don't believe them. They are lying to you.
See, the thing is, I've dislocated my shoulder and I've dislocated my knee. And obviously I dislocated my ankle when I broke my leg. But the pain of my ankle was twice as much as my shoulder. My shoulder's easy. The knee hurt quite a lot, but that dislocated and reinserted itself in quick succession. So it wasn't a constant pain.
I'm gonna say I used to dislocate my jaw on purpose, but it put it back in again and it was fine and it didn't particularly hurt. It was more of a weird popping sound.
Yeah.
Freaked everyone out, and I'd do it just for the lols.
Just for the lols.
Yeah. I've learned a lesson because now my jaw hurts all of the time because I'm an idiot, basically. But yeah, I don't recommend amputations or breakages of any description.
No.
If you can avoid them, please do, because not that anyone chooses.
Hi, Asthma. Yes. So I was doing uni work and got distracted. It's all good. You beautiful people. Oh, Asthma always hyping us up. Stop, continue. Yeah, we were just talking about breakage of bones and owies and all this stuff. So you've not missed anything. We haven't even started the chat of book club yet. So you good. You good.
I have a feeling though that you probably had a few people join and then were like put off by the
possibly
of our discussion.
Shall we actually get into the book?
Why not? I mean,
right. Asma's here, and we're just waiting for you. To be fair, babe, we're that considerate. So I just finished this literally at 8:30 because you know the ADHD is strong with this one, and poor time management skills. But yeah, it was a thing.
Do you agree with me that eating at the same time is probably not a good thing? As the scene near the end. Not quite the end, maybe the beginning of the last third.
Before the hospital.
Yes, just
Yeah.
before the hospital.
Yeah. I never had to break a bone because my body loves to break me from the inside.
Well, so
Yeah.
did my asthma, but
Yeah.
it didn't listen. It didn't say, "No, Laura's got enough going on,
Mhm.
enough doctor's appointments, enough time in the hospital. No, no, we're just gonna make them need 2 surgeries." And,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm not okay, people.
Because the funny thing about when I broke my ankle was like the week previous, I was like really low mentally,
Mm,
to the point where I was seriously like contemplating uh bad stuff. I was on a bridge basically, um,
long-term
and
sleep.
yeah, and I was there and I was like, knowing my luck, I just break something and be a complete drain on the NHS. And then like, you know, obviously got out of my spiral and came home. And then the next week I break my ankle and be a drain on the NHS. So hey. But at least I was in a
Well, I'd
happier
rather
mental state.
not be here, to be fair.
Pardon?
I'd rather that than you not be here, to
Thank
be
you.
fair.
Yeah. But
If
it was
there's
just,
a choice there, you know?
yeah, it was just one of those things where it was just like, oh no, I'll end up being a drain on the NHS. Even more than I am with chronic illness anyway, but then it was just amusing. I recently found out something wrong with my sinuses and ears, so I gotta get checked out sometime next month because this month is for lungs. Yeah. I recently had to redo a P test because they came back as abnormal, so it looks like my diabetes is affecting my kidneys now. Yay!
Oh, no, and you're diabetic as well.
Yeah.
Were you diabetic when you did your leg?
Yeah.
Oh god. Did that take ages then? 'Cause I've
Um,
like it when you have, like, bad injuries,
mhm.
diabetes takes longer to heal.
Um, let's say it was around the same time.
Right.
Uh,
That's
so
big.
yeah. I mean, I got gestational diabetes when I was pregnant, and then
Yeah,
I got diabetes later on. So yeah, kids are great.
yeah.
They ruin your lives and your bodies. But you know, I love Wyatt. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Give them back and wouldn't eat a whole one.
Mhm. Hi, Alicia. Just popping in and say hello and like, thank you. Uh, yeah, people are sprinting right now. But anyway,
Yeah,
we're talking about this book and then we're talking about our lives, and this book is full of
yeah.
like hell,
We're not
blood
doing
and
that
gore
anymore.
and stuff.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
it's all good. But yeah, what's your star rating of this book? I mean, we're gonna go into spoilers about it because this is definitely one that you can't.
It's kinda hard not to talk about
The stuff.
this stuff.
The stuff. So I've rated it a 4-star, but it's teetering between like 3.75 to a 4. Is that I just, you know, and because I'm kind of iffy with magical realism, even though I don't think this is magical realism. I think this is more mental health, but it's just kind of set in that way, in that vein, especially with the letters from Kathy. So yeah, what's your star rating?
Mine is I'm very similar, like I finished it 2 days ago and I think I was in sprints when I finished it and I was like, "I'm so glad I've got a couple of days to think about what my rating is,"
Mm-hmm.
and I still don't know.
Hang on, I'm being interrupted. You want
Okay.
what charger?
Jesus charger. The multi-headed one.
The multi charger.
Yeah, Jesus charger.
It's not a Jesus charger.
It is because...
Just love you, bye.
Look, Jesus.
It's a cross charger.
Yeah, cross, Jesus.
No. Anyway. Kids naming things. So, you were saying.
I took a picture of my crutches at 6 a.m. this morning because they reminded me of the way they were leaning and holding each other up, of how me and Matt look after each other.
The brain, it's a wonderful thing. So, Ella's here as well. Mm-hmm. Hi, Ella. Read Chlorine in June. Nice. Did you like it? What star rating did you give it? What was your star rating?
Tell us.
Gave it 4 stars. So we're in the same boat. It's more mental health and body dysmorphia / horror. Yeah.
But we don't know why she doesn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if she really turned into a mermaid or if she just died. Spoiler. Sorry. I can't keep it in anymore. There's no one.
We're talking about it. It's all good. To me, it's because it was written by an author who was a professional swimmer, and the character is the same. It kind of feels like it's based on her experiences with swimming. Yeah, I can understand that. It makes it hard to rate per se. I don't think it's. I find memoirs hard to rate.
Yeah, because how do you say like someone's life is shit?
Yeah, especially if like it's bad stuff's happened, like the Jeanette McCurdy book. Like, I'm glad my mum died. It was such a good book, and it was so well written. And it was just like, I felt weird giving it 5 stars because of all the trauma that this person had gone through. And it was just like, well done for your trauma. That it felt so strange. I had similar thoughts, like 3.5, 4 stars. Yeah. Lol, she dies, in my opinion.
Book though for me.
Say again?
In some ways, it is a 5-star book for me, though. I will remember this story for my life. Like, I'm not forgetting this.
No, it's definitely one that, I mean, I only finished it at 8:30, but it's definitely one that's going to stick with me. It's like there's books I read and there's books I enjoy, but I can tell, because I read so many, as most booktubers do, that a lot of names, places, storylines just completely fall out of my head.
Yeah.
But I think this one, the names might fall out of my head, but the actual story won't.
Yeah, same.
What now? Oh, is that why Bram was screaming? Okay. Okay. There was a spider. Yeah, Chris caught it. It's going back outside. But yeah, I don't know if anyone could actually pick up Bram screaming. He's severely agoraphobic, not arachnophobic, not agoraphobic. Anyway,
I couldn't hear screaming in my brain.
Philistine, for the debut, I think it was amazingly written and her writing was beautiful. Yes, highly agree. But I mean, instantaneously, when we because we see her when she's like a child, not like preteen, teen, and Mr. Osborne was just, I was like, oh, he's a dick. I hope he doesn't stay in the book. And yeah, I got my wish, but we got someone way worse.
Yeah.
Because in my notes, Jim the coach seems skeevy AF.
I kind of feel like at this point, like any sports coach of where like they're focusing on young children, kind of like in my head, they are like, I'm sure there's millions and millions that are perfectly reasonable human beings. But
I mean,
my
go on.
head, ugh,
Yeah.
like,
There's
and also
definitely a lot of abuse of power.
there's blood on that tail, and it's just reminded me.
I mean, from when how focused she is on swimming and doing that. I mean, I get that to a certain degree because I did dance and gymnastics when I was younger. So it's like I get the whole thing of like, you know, especially with gymnastics and having to be perfect in like, you know, everything. With dance, there was a lot. You learn the steps, but you know, you always put your own kind of spin on it. But with gymnastics, it was a case of, well, this is the move, and you need to do it right, and you can't step out, you can't do anything. You know, you gotta stick it, you gotta land it. But so I get that I understand that kind of intensity when how it's described in the book, and I think it's done really well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it was done really well to sort of explain that why young athletes don't talk about it at the time, because they're just so focused on getting to where they're going, whatever the next goal is, whatever the next race is, whatever the next competition is. Like, that's it. That's all that's in their head. Like,
I think there's
reaction
also the double isolation and alienation because she's Asian coming into, like, you know, an American school system, and it's like, you know, the conversation they had, well, the conversation that Ren had with Kathy about music, like the pump up music before the swim. Like, you know, I'm gonna choose my, like, you know, favorite singer, and it there were Chinese, I believe.
Yes.
And Kathy was just like, no, don't do that, because, you know, it's completely out of sorts. So she ended up changing it to obviously an American song, and that was popular, and it was, you know, used by several other children, like, who were doing the races and things. It felt like she never got to actually be herself.
No.
Until the very end.
Where they think came from, like.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name, but it's lost to me now.
I want to look up to see if this was a made up singer or if it was a real deal.
I'll look that up. So what was it? Kathy
Was it Kathy? I thought that was the
Faye Wong.
Yeah.
No, real person.
Definitely gonna have to. Definitely gonna be listening to this person.
I mean, she's a real singer, and it was based on a real movie. What was based on a real movie?
With an E or just F-A-Y?
F-A-Y-E.
Okay.
What movie, Asma? Oh, the movie that they were talking about. Was it? Anyway.
I didn't see the comments, so. I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I feel like I've read a lot of debuts this year, and
Yeah.
I think this one is going to be the standout one for the year. It's like I don't. It was even though it was gory and very graphic. It was written really well. I feel like the ending being ambiguous, I think that fit well with how the book is. And normally when I have an ambiguous ending, I'm kind of like, I wanted more, I wanted resolution, but I think it really worked for it.
Yeah. Like I don't know, I'm kind of hit and miss with ambiguous endings, to be honest. Like they either work for me or they don't. The only other ones that I can think of that have really worked for me were Angie Kim's books, Happiness Falls and Miracle Creek. Are they both ambiguous? I can't remember now, actually. I've only read Happiness Falls once, whereas Miracle Creek. Hang on. Happiness Falls, definitely ambiguous. Miracle Creek, not so much. But yeah, they worked really well for me. And this worked really well.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, it worked for me, but I really enjoyed the book and I just wanted more. It's like it was perfect the way it was wrapped up and done, but I was just like, I just want more.
Yeah.
So that's purely a selfish thing.
Like that just finished, actually, which is weird because I don't normally feel like that with this genre, but anyway, it's a different book.
No, a book. Share.
Hex and Hexability.
Ah, yes. But you can get more from that because there's the other two books.
Yeah, but it's not the same people. It's interconnect. It's not even interconnected. It's standalones with a similar vibe. It's not.
Aren't they part of the same coven?
Nope.
Because I've read the first two.
From where in that I've only read the first one and that one, and I can see no similarity at all, other than this, isn't it?
The second one, they are it's other people from the coven.
Yeah, maybe once I've read the second one, maybe I'll get the connections, but no, it didn't feel very connected at all. I just love them and I want them more. Anyway.
Do you think when she had she always had that connection with wanting to be a mermaid, because obviously we're being told Ren's story after the fact. It felt like they were it felt like they were speaking from, I'm a mermaid now and this is what led me here.
Which is why I'm like, is it that I'm ambiguous? Because how are we reading a story written with hindsight if she's no longer in existence?
Yes, but also it's that whole unrelatable narrator, because is it fact or fiction? Is it fairy tale? Did she turn into a mermaid? Did she not? It's the mental health aspect of it. Do you think when she actually fell on the ice and hit her head, because I was like, is it concussion or a psychotic break? Because it felt like it really amped up from that point in the book.
Yeah. I think it's just a response to trauma, a traumatic childhood. The whole thing is escapism to me, and it just and then head injuries can exacerbate them anyway. So like I guess it's the same thing really, but yeah, like that's what I think. Either way, there's definite mental health rep in this.
Definitely. Sorry, I don't know why my
however you spin it, whatever angle you come at it, there is no way you can't see it. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I'm just putting my phone on Do Not Disturb because it is popping off.
Oh, is it yours? I thought it was mine.
No, it's mine, sorry.
It was mine because there was no notifications coming.
It's like it's not me, it's Discord. It's not even my Discord. It's like, it's fine. Nobody loves me. I'm good. What? Smallest violin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely for such a short book, it packs a punch. Because there's the whole, like, you know, there's the culture shock, there's the body dysmorphia, the mental illness,
eating, disordered eating,
you know, trauma and trauma response. So yeah, as a debut novel, for someone to pack that much into it and it be cohesive, it's pretty intense. So I feel like I'm definitely going to be reading other things by Jade Song.
Same, 100%.
Yeah. I've got a couple. Like, I don't have many notes because I was, like, you know, so focused on reading it.
Yeah, same. I think I've got 3 written.
Yeah.
Not plenty to say, but written down.
Yeah.
Although I've got plenty in the book, actually. I was writing in the book as I was going.
See, I've got, well, that was graphic, ! Don't even know what point that was I was doing about that. Kathy's a real one. Never use the pull-out method. This is not safe. I mean, condoms aren't even that safe, but you know, birth control, it's not 100% effective. The only thing that's 100% effective is abstinence. And the quote from I put a quote from Jim in here, or what she said from Jim, and it made my skin crawl. So I'm going to read it to you. So sorry. So Jim joked as a coach that he was angry that my breasts and hips would slow me down in the water, but as a man, he was eager for my breasts and hips to bring divine thing for his viewing pleasure. So much ick. So much ick.
But this is realistic. Like, there's not many people that I know that have female bodies that have never experienced that from a man. That sort of ownership almost over that right to you, being able to look at you that way.
See, luckily for when I was like doing dance and gymnastics, I had female coaches. Hello.
Hi, Isabel. That's Paula.
You're Isabel.
Yeah. Got your name mixed up, huh? Are you being a booktuber?
You're booktuber.
Yeah. What's Daddy doing?
He's cooking.
He's cooking, is he?
He's cooking chili.
Ooh, okay.
Very, very spicy.
It's going to be very spicy, huh?
Like a dragon.
Oh my goodness.
Spicy dragon.
Dragon. Come forward a little bit just because...
Look what Chris got me as a present.
Ah,
Present for your birthday.
It's not my birthday. You just got me presents today for whatever reason.
Your present.
yeah, you like presents, don't you?
Like your
You're going to get presents for your birthday soon, aren't you?
Ooh.
And you're having a birthday party. Things, huh? It's the first year that she's requested a birthday party.
Awesome.
We had to. We were just like, okay, we've been gearing up for.
See, Wyatt always has a party, but he doesn't know the party's for him. He's just like, there's people in my house. Hi.
Yeah, we're having it at her favourite soft play.
Ooh.
Just because they have like who did that?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, why is there Coca-Cola in Mummy's plant?
Plants need water, not Coca-Cola.
Not this plant. This plant is fake. So
The fake plants need dusting. That's all they need.
Is that hilarious, huh? Can you go find Daddy again? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that.
I've just realised with my hair sticks, it makes my hair kind of look like snails.
I like it.
It's like I've got two snails.
Did you hear that?
What?
She shouted, "See you later, Paula."
Oh, bless. Probably see them in 5 minutes.
Probably.
Lol, that was my thought too. Pull is not because
Yeah, just don't do if you. Yeah.
Lol, she's so adorable. Yes. Little cutie.
She is. Apart from when she waters my fake plants with Coca-Cola. That is not cute.
Yeah. It's like Wyatt last night. He would not go to sleep. It was like gone 10 o'clock. He'd had dinner. All of us were starving, but neither one of us could cook because go. And then he bust in the room this morning at 4:30. Yeah.
I've had 5 minutes. I'm good to go.
Pretty much, yeah. I swear, autistic children, not ADHD children, autistic children have the most energy out of anyone ever. It's like, they need to be studied to get batteries because if I had like just a teaspoon of the amount of energy that Wyatt has, I'd be good. I'd be set.
This is why Isabel keeps popping in at 10:15 at night. No, we're relaxed with her at the weekend though. To be fair, so we just let her sleep when she sleeps. Oh gosh, sorry.
Okay.
It was pissing me off that I dropped my die, and now I can't move back in again because of it cast. Okay, I can do it.
You can do it. Just don't whack your cast on like the desk.
I whacked the back of my cast with my crutch the other day. I'm just glad it was the back and not the front where there's no actual cast.
Your toes are free.
All the bruising's come out on my toes now, so my toes are actually quite sore. Whereas they weren't before, whereas they're very sensitive at the moment. And then I don't know, I think because I know there's metal in there, like if I knock it or anything, in my head all I hear is ding.
To be fair, when you whack it, it feels like that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, even
I know I'm hearing things though. I know for a fact it will not. There's no air to reverberate. It's not a giant bell.
Yeah, but you still feel the vibration in your limb.
Yes. Okay, it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. This is not my therapy session. I'm not gonna keep talking about it. I'm really
It's
sorry.
always a therapy session. It's fine, fine. But I will try and bring it back. So
yeah, let's bring it back.
I pretty much have said everything I want to say about this. Does anyone else have any thoughts, feelings, questions about this before? Go on then. Yes. Do tell.
Sorry, I'm gonna get the bin after this one. Okay, right. Very important question. Very, very important question. Anyone that has the book, go to page 9, please. And I would like to know, which myth are you? Are you the Little Mermaid, a Starbucks mermaid, or a newer for, I can't remember if that's actually how you say that, for friendship?
See, I actually did have a similar question. What kind of mermaid would you transfer it to?
Okay, I'm gonna be getting the bin after this one.
No,
then.
you're good. You're good. I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of turning into a siren, but I'm not luring men to the death. I mean, I don't really hate men that much. I mean, people in general, yeah.
I lure that close to his death, definitely.
Yeah.
Arms there.
Yeah. If I could be like, you know, a sniper siren, that'll do.
Just make it now.
Exactly.
None of these work.
None of those. Sniper siren. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I just had a realization. Lay it on us. Lay it on us.
Asma, do not tell us you're a mermaid. Don't do it.
Because you mentioned the fairy tales of mermaids. Yes.
Because that's how it all started for her, wasn't it? Because of the book that her mum gave her. Which I thought was actually really nice. Like, not that her mum was nice, but that she had that special thing, you know?
On the same page, she says her favourite story is the one with the two sisters turning into the water snakes. And at the freaking end, she sees a water snake. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was waiting for her to freak out, and she was not freaked out at all. Or for the snake to do, like, to bite her or something. I thought,
or go for Kathy.
Yeah.
So say, just having that realization, and like, you know, how that just goes to show how well written it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like full circle, comes back.
I could write an essay on this book. I'm not even kidding.
So maybe it is really magical realism.
Yeah.
It's all the things. In my opinion, it's all the things. It's a coming of age story. It's, you know, it's queer, it's horror, it's all the things. It's so good.
Mental health rep, there's torturous coach rep.
There's
disgusting human.
Different cultures, different, you know.
Yeah. That one is really, I think it's really interesting because it's the same in Angie Kim's books, that idea that, like, it's just not that friendly for people that are maybe not natural English speakers
Mm-hmm.
or learning the language, like generally society is not like
Mm-hmm.
bringing them in.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll just look at you from a distance, and if you come near, then we'll take the mick out of how you talk, or
Mm-hmm.
we'll just talk over you and talk really loud at you because you just can't understand what we're saying. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
assholes. Sorry.
Okay. So the foreshadowing there was brilliant. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, because I've never had to think and work out a book's story so much. I like the twists and the turns. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a debut. It's so good.
This is why we can't stick on a rating for it, because like for me the thing that takes away from the rating is just that gory aspect, and actually I'm not much of a gory reader. Like I like horror, I love horror, but if it turns my stomach, I'm not that into it. I'm more about like the psychological horror and
Yeah. I get to be fair, I get creeped out by body horror sometimes. It just makes my skin crawl. But this one didn't. This one didn't give me that.
Got me real bad.
No, this one I was just like, yeah, cool. You do you, boo boo.
I think I was imagining too much for me. Like, no.
It was very visceral, and
yeah.
you're talking about the legs.
It's so easy to visualize
Mm-hmm.
everything that's happening. You almost feel it, and you almost think yourself. Like it's so good. So good.
At this point, if we think magical realism, are we like Ren and feeding into our delusions and fantasies? Mm-hmm.
Well, don't we all to some degree?
And if we believe it's mental illness, are blind to fantasy and magical aspects of life, and Ren is not Delulu, but we're living in black and white. Mm-hmm. See? Thought-provoking. It's a good book. If you haven't read this book and you've sat through this live show for whatever fucking reason,
anyway.
I mean, no. If you haven't read it, do it.
More prepared for it.
Read it.
Yeah, read it, definitely. 100%.
I did like on your TBR tour, you said that it was a YA.
Oh, did I? Oh my God, thank God it's not a YA. Jesus. Oh, is it? This is the one that I said was a YA, and it's not.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, it's focusing on a child's story, but it is definitely not a YA.
It's not, yeah, there's no real angst in it, actually, for it being from a child's perspective. I think because it's with hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's angst in that. You can almost feel the angst from the friend. What's her name again? Carol, Claire, Kathy. You can almost feel her angst.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in her letters, obviously they're very angsty. But
also, did you like the dual? I finished saying all the things. No, I haven't. Did you like the dual aspect of it, with obviously Ren telling her story in hindsight and then getting the letters from Kathy, even though it seemed like they were just letters that were put out into the ether? It didn't feel like that she wasn't getting a response of any kind from Ren.
No, and that just made me feel really sad, actually, because I thought, well, actually, if Ren is out there and actually getting these letters and just not replying, then that's really, especially as later on you're realizing that Ren understands that she didn't treat Kathy particularly well. But there's a lot of detachment to her own feelings with Ren. I think because of this whole reaction to trauma, kind of trying to get away constantly.
Mm-hmm.
There
was also masking in the book. It felt like, you know, that they were both like, well, we both as females like each other, but we can't be together, so I'll just go with the boys. You know,
I didn't feel like that with Ren though. I felt like she was just very much like,
it felt that way for Kathy.
Like as that being an option.
I think Ren was just seeking not connection, but that she was seeking that release.
Yeah.
And as a response to that, Kathy went with one of the other boys out of the team.
And
I felt like there was definite more masking on Kathy's side.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I feel like Kathy may have felt more of a stigma attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Ren, I don't feel like that was even in her thought process. I think it's like what you said, that whole just being able to have feelings that she can control. So like sleeping with a boy because it's the expected thing. But I don't feel like she particularly enjoyed it even. Like, it was like her body did its thing, but emotionally it didn't give her anything.
No.
And nothing did.
I mean, even
realistically.
Early, yeah, it was like it felt, as a Criminal Minds fan and true crime kind of thing, you have that thing where serial killers have that thing of like, you know, it's never as good as the first time, like, you know, when they kill someone, and then they're constantly seeking that high afterwards. It felt like that to me with Ren, because when she was talking about the masturbation, she was just like, yeah, this is, you know, and at a certain point it wasn't doing it for her, it wasn't, you know, so she was like, you know, needing something else.
Yeah.
Got some comments from Esma. And if you know what's interesting, I was rooting for Ren becoming a mermaid the entire time.
Yeah.
Fair. It's not YA. Lol. I adored Kathy's letters. At first, I was confused, but after the ending, I was like, that's why she never got to get closure. Yeah.
How do you feel about Kathy helping her to the water in the end? Because if it wasn't for Kathy, she wouldn't have got there.
Yeah. See, I'm torn on that because as a friend, you want to do everything for your friend. You want to do the best by your friend. And it's the thing of like the say again?
And you want to believe them as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So it comes down to the whole, was she a real mermaid, or was it mental illness? You know, because by helping her and getting her into the water and away from out of the hospital, away from her parents, and doing what Ren wanted, she was the only one truly thinking of what Ren wanted, if you look at it that way. But if you look at it from the mental illness side of it, she fucked up.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And this is where I feel like the mental illness rep was so accurate, because unless someone's saying something, so like the only moment where Kathy has a moment where she thinks, okay, what's happening here, is when she actually says that she's a mermaid. Rest of the time with everything else, it all sounds legit. So, like, how do you know that where's the warning signs of mental illness? Like, obviously there are some, depending on the mental illness and depending on the relationships that you have around you. But like, it just shows you how difficult it is, like, to see it coming, to see it escalate into that point. Like, every single person, when she does.
It's all right. My alarm will be going off. To take my medication.
Above where I have my laptop. So.
It's medication o'clock.
That's just your.
Medication o'clock. Don't do drugs, kids, unless they're prescribed by a doctor.
Yeah, a legit doctor.
So, so Asma liked the ending. I think that's what we're saying. I think even though Kathy loved Ren with everything, if Kathy hadn't helped Ren to get to the water, Ren would have never found relief, regardless of whether she was a mermaid or whether she died. True.
Yeah.
Kathy was the only one who cared about what Ren wanted, and to be honest, I don't care if Ren died, because death for her was peace, and after all the trauma she went through, I don't know if being forced to live as a human would have helped her gain some sort of relief or peace.
No.
Yeah. It's a tough one, which way you think about it, but yeah, I mean, even my comment of what notes that I've taken, I've put Kathy is a real one.
Yeah. All the Kathy.
Yeah, so I was like, starts off very intense. Mr. Osborne's a dick. Then brackets, like, let Kathy kiss me sooner. Air quotes, question mark. Ooh. Then Jim the coach seems skeevy AF. Will Ren's dad ever come back to America? And then, well, that was graphic. I think that was with the tampon scene.
The tampon scene. Oh my god. The tampon scene.
Wow. Yeah. And to be fair, also that kind of plays into how much Ren was mistreated by a mum, because obviously didn't explain things like, beforehand and all that stuff. And it felt like even when she went to her mum and was just like, this is happening, her mum was just like, yeah, throws the things at her and just like, get on with it. It's like, fucking help, explain.
Yeah.
Especially as a woman that's gone through it for, like, her entire adult life. That periods aren't, like,
they're not fun times.
They're not a fun time. And especially when it's initially happening to you. It's weird. It's
horrible.
It's weird. It's wrong. It's ugh. But yeah.
But she was just an absent parent, realistically, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She was just, can't even blame the fact that the father just disappeared. She was kind of mentally absent before that, realistically. Mm-hmm. She just always was absent, like wanted the rewards of bringing up children without mm-hmm. actually doing the work mm-hmm. to have that,
Yeah. Makes me glad that I'm a boy mum, to be fair. I mean, boys are gross, but
Wait till you get the sticky socks.
I've got an 18-year-old mate. He does his own laundry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. So the tampon scene gave me Saltburn vibes. Not seen Saltburn, I'm not gonna watch it because I saw part of a scene on Gogglebox and I'll leave it there. No. Ick. Ick.
I'm
Ick.
icking, and I don't even know.
So. When we were in, when we did some Discord sprints, Az was like, I don't want to read. I'll watch Saltburn instead. And I was like, don't do it. I'm like, nah, I'm going to do it. See what all the fuss is about.
Okay.
But yeah. You do you, Asma. You do you.
Doesn't sound like something I want to watch.
No. But I am going to do a group Discord watch of Death Becomes Her. Because I'm just wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
So I was like, should I watch it?
Good film for this time of year.
Yeah. Spoopy season.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to figure out when to do it.
Yeah.
It was very much a shock thing because take out those 3 scenes and there was nothing great about the movie. Fair. See, movies like that make me cringe and give me the ick, yet horror movies are like comedies to me. I laugh through horror movies so much. I almost died choking on a pizza laughing so hard watching watching a horror movie. Good times.
I laugh at Scream now just because I've watched it that many times. I know when all the jump scares come in. But anything that's a jump scare, I am really I'm jumping before the scare even happens. And I don't know what's happening.
See, like, I can always tell when the jump scare is gonna come because the music changes. There's kind of like that trill that kind of like leads up.
My brain does not. Like my body works before my brain's had a chance to process it. And then because I have such a dramatic reaction to it, that scares the crap out of Matt as well. So it's
the only time I've
not doing it.
The only time I've had like a creepy moment with watching a horror movie, we were watching, is it The Conjuring? The one with the doll, Annabelle, whatever. But this was before we had Wyatt. Me and Chris were just, before we had Bram live with us, we were just together on our own and we'd moved the living room round. We weren't in this house, we were in a house somewhere else. And basically we didn't have a door to the kitchen and the kitchen was like snap bang next to the living room. And we'd put it so like the couch was like facing the TV and there was kind of like a runner from like, you know, behind the couch to the stairs. Anyway, we're watching The Conjuring, but we'd like, you know, got some snacks, movie snacks. And we're watching the movie, and then from behind us in the kitchen, we just hear, and we're like, the fuck is that? Both of us were just like, what? And, you know, me being like, okay. Got up, I went in the kitchen, and it was like I think a popcorn bag or a crisp packet that had been shoved into the bin and then was just going, no. You know how they do. But it was doing it really, really slowly. So it was just like, it was just like, oh, okay. It was like, so basically a popcorn bag gave us the wigs.
I get really scared with like jump scares. I'm temporarily scared in that moment. In between, I'm fine. Whereas paranormal stuff, no, messes with my head so bad. so bad. I'm like, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, but it looks so real. Oh my god, it looks so real. Oh my god, that baby's being dragged by its feet out of the. Oh no, no.
Okay, thank you. Is Wyatt asleep yet? Okay.
No.
Chris just came in and threw an eyeball sweet at me because yeah.
Fair enough. Why not?
Why not? But yeah, could you imagine that happening to you, especially where you're like paranormal stuff? You sat watching The Conjuring and then you just hear all the behind you. It was a weird one. Fun times. So I think that concludes this one. Oh no, you didn't say what type of mermaid you would be. And Asma, you didn't say what type of mermaid you would be either.
This is why I asked the question, because yet again, just like my rating, I could not decide. But I think I settled on the newer one, the friendship, because if you'd have asked me even just 10 years ago, I'd have said The Little Mermaid, even though it's not really for men, if that makes sense. I understand why it's written like that in here, but in my mind, The Little Mermaid was my favorite movie when I was a kid. Therefore, I'd want to be The Little Mermaid, right?
It was my first Disney movie.
Yeah. And then I became a coffee fan. So then I would have probably been a Starbucks mermaid, but I've never been corporate. So, I mean, I've had corporate jobs. They're not for me. And I'm not for them. Just ask every boss I've ever had. So yeah, and my big focus this year has been to learn how to make friendships and stuff like that. So the newer one works really well for that. So that's how I sort of ended up settling on that. But really, I'm all of them.
The two-sister water snake, probably. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Then there's just me that's just like, yeah.
This mythology.
We've got friendship, we've got like, you know, what is it? And I'm just like, yeah, I want to be a killer, but only for specific people.
Yeah, the bad ones. Like Dexter, but in mermaid form.
Exactly. Let me at the bad people. Think even in Buffy, I think I'd be a vengeance demon.
That laugh. That was the best laugh ever.
Anyway. So, still talking about this book, even though we could carry on still talking about this.
Almost definitely for at least another 6 hours, probably, but
not gonna lie, I think this was our best pick. You think the book was the best pick? To be fair, I think we've had a good run. I mean, I really enjoyed How to Become a Dark Lord.
Yeah. Still thinking about it. Although now Chlorine's overtaken it. So I finally finished thinking about Dark Lord.
Kai was good. I love mythology, so
yeah,
any kind of mythology. I mean, I do tend to focus more on Greek myths, but I like all mythology.
I was until recently. I didn't realise there was any other kind of mythology other than Greek until recently. Well, I say recently, as in the last few years.
I got a book at Yalk that I still haven't read yet, and it's Jewish mythology.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll throw that one in for December. The poll for book club is already up, so yeah, check the Discord, Goodreads, and Storygraph for that if you so wish. It's the one that you're not going to read, Asma. The book club pick for this month, because we're in October, is Eye of the Gods by Amy Kaufman. I got this at Yelk, and I didn't even realize it, but it's signed too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I like Amy Kaufman, but Asma doesn't. I've read one of like her other things, but that was YA definitely. And I've read her stuff that she's done with Jay Kristoff and really enjoyed that. But I like Jay Kristoff's writing, so.
Was she one of the authors for Illuminate?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have also read Amy Kaufman.
Mm-hmm.
So Beatrice has read that for when she did the Battle of the Booktubers. Read that book for that, and she said it was good. So
Illuminate is really good. Mixed media, and it's like if you what's the immersion read it. So if you have the audio going with the book, it's so good. The audio for that is so good.
If you ever need, like, if you've got a migraine or something like that coming on, and you just need to like just chill out in a dark room, oh my god, put that audio on. You so good. So
I love
good.
full cast audios. So
right,
yeah, so good.
I might go do that now.
Have you ever listened to a graphic audio?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know they were a thing until recently. Well, actually recently, not as in the last few years, as in the last weeks. So
yeah, they're good. I have to be in the mood for them because obviously you have the sound effects and the things, and it's good.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
God,
But
can you imagine Chlorine as a graphic audio? No.
don't. I mean, when I got told that, do you know that that steamy author that you read from? Was it?
I've read from many.
Yeah, but the one that you did video and then you interviewed them.
Tom Mead?
No, the spicy author.
Oh, Sabrina Cross.
Yeah.
That's one of them anyway. That's the last one.
She did the pillow one that's stuffed, and I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her that wrote the one that I'm gonna say, but there's basically a door romance where the and there's sound effects in the audio for that, and I was just like, I'm not. To be fair, I feel like I have to read it. Huh?
Right. Yeah. Where do you get the audio for that one? Audible?
I think, yeah, it's on Audible, because I think I haven't read it, but Bram got it because I told him about it, and he was just like, "Oh my god, I have to read it." And he bought it on Kindle, and you can get it like half price audio if you buy it on Kindle first.
I can't get that one on. It's got Unhinged, but it's not the same Unhinged that I've got. It's not the same author or anything.
No, I don't think it's that. That's the author that I was talking about, but they're in the same kind of vein. It's what reminded me.
Yeah. Hang on. It'll take me half an hour to come back again, though. So
It's by Vera Valentine.
Yeah, I've got it. Oh, flipping heck.
So it's on Kindle Unlimited.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got this, and I've got the physical copy,
Mm-hmm.
And I've got it on Kindle as well, but I can't find the audio for it anywhere.
If you go to go into Google and type in what is it? Kindle Matchmaker.
Yeah.
Matchmaker.
Kindle Matchmaker. It'll search all your Kindle books and give you, if it does have audio, it will
Yeah.
give you a list of the ones with audio, and it says that you can upgrade to audio for a certain price.
Hang on a sec, I need to write this down. Oh God, flipping heck, everything takes so flipping long.
So hang on, can I figure out how to share my screen right now? Not new layout. Is it in settings? No.
Because I can just get my phone, like I can open it on Kindle and get my phone to read it to me, but obviously it's not the same as an audiobook. Or I could just read it with my eyeballs.
Oh God, no, that's not what I'm wanting to do.
But
how do you add present? There we go. Present.
Yeah.
Share screen. Okay. Okay, so type in Kindle Matchmaker UK. Then
yeah,
I'll show you. So the top one, finding audio upgrades for your Kindle books. You're about to see my some of my Kindle list, but so Anti-Hero, a novel, it's got audio, you know, all the stuff, and it'll just come up with the audio and the price. So then you can immersion read.
Perfect. I will do that. I quite like the idea of having the random.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hello. Sorry about that.
My face scared me.
Mine too. It was like extreme close up.
Although I do kind of like it now that I've got no hair. I
love the shaved do.
So.
And I really wish that I wouldn't look too much. That I wouldn't look like my brother, because my brother has had a skinhead pretty much all his life. It's just the barring like in the 90s where it was that thing where you had the skinhead and the fringe.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? So yeah. But that didn't last long because he was playing with like a lighter fluid and stuff, and he ended up setting fire to stuff, and he singed off his hair to about here, the little fringe that he had, and his eyelashes. Oh, it was funny.
Yeah. So really, what you're saying is, what you need to do is get him a long green wig, so he
then
can wear that.
Then he'll look like me.
Yeah, but you then shave your head, and you won't look like each other. Still, you'll look like you now, but the other way around.
Yeah, I think Bob's as short as I go. I mean, I have gone shorter. I had like when it got burnt off, kind of had to have like a asymmetrical thing. But then I had, when I first moved to Leeds, I had like a curtains. Oh, it was bad. But yeah, I think Bob's the safe level for me.
I just realised I stood up on camera, didn't I?
Think so.
Okay.
Why is that bad?
I'm just wearing pants. They're really cool pants, though. They've got palm trees on. I was over my cast, so I'm stuck with wearing boxers.
They're shorts.
I have to feel like this on Monday.
They're shorts. It's fine.
Oh, for a ding dong.
I wasn't looking on the camera, so I don't know. So okay. Right. Moving on. I
might get the bin after that.
Nah, you're fine. You're cool. What am I looking for? Discord. There we are. So the poll for November's read is up, and those books are the erstwhile Tyler Kyle, Dead Man's Hand, The Warm Hands of Ghosts, and Dungeon Crawler Carl. So feel free to choose any of those that you so wish that you want to read.
Can I admit something?
Yes.
The erstwhile Tyler Kyle I've read.
Okay.
But I want to reread it, so
Well, that's
so
fine.
that's why I still added it to the list.
So, as Bert said, honestly, no one noticed until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't notice because I was looking on a different screen. I was trying to figure out how to do the screen sharing thing. So,
Yeah.
I was looking up the book on another window. So, yeah, I didn't see anything. So I'm good. It never happened.
Do I really care that much anyway? Not really. No.
Nah. I think once you've actually had children, all modesty goes out of the window.
Yeah. This is just my uniform until I can either find some trousers that are wide enough to go over my cast.
Mm-hmm.
And don't also scare me thinking that I'm going to trip on them.
Yeah. It's a good thing that capri pants are coming back into style. But to be fair, I had baggy 3/4 length pajama bottoms.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you can find some of those.
Drama section, actually. Because I just want, like, I'm not bothered about online, even though more people see me online than they do in real life. But just like for going to the hospital, because I know I'm going to have a lot of trips, and I don't know how long it's going to take. Like they say, like obviously they say 6 weeks as a ballpark, but it could be a bit less, it could be a bit more, it could be, and then I'll have what is like, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to walk on it straight away, because I've never experienced anything like this before, and I don't know how my body's going to deal with it.
You do have to build up kind of like a pain tolerance to it, and it's strange because you basically have to relearn to walk.
Oh God.
It's not fun, but it's easy.
By pain, what kind of pain? Am I going to feel the metal in there? That's what I'm really scared of. Like in my head, I'm just like, there's metal in my leg.
Yes. See, I was a special case. I had to get the metal removed because I've got really skinny ankles. And the metal plate was
bigger than.
It was basically every time I moved, I was getting friction internally, which was causing me even more pain. So you probably won't even have the level of pain that I did. So
okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Let me just like, I have really skinny ankles. Oh, wiki feet, foot porn.
Right, okay. Can we tell? I can't put the other leg up that high.
I've got really skinny ankles. I was like, I mean, and that's the scale from where they went in and fixed that side. I still have the pins in. Hang on.
How many cuts did you have on the other side?
Just the one. I mean, that's the scar on the other side. But to be fair, they had to go in there twice. So
yeah, that one is. gonna
That
be.
one's a lot longer and a lot more intense.
Yeah, I've got 3 at the moment. I've got 1 on the inside and 2 on the outside.
That's not bad.
I'm not bothered about scars, to be fair.
Mm.
They don't freak me out at all. It's the metal thing that's freaking me out, and how it's going to feel, and what I'm going to be able to achieve. Like they keep saying, be very open to not being able to do things that you could do before, and I'm like, what does that mean?
It is hard. You do have to work on your. It's like imagine this is like the foot. You do have to work on your flexibility. You do have to kind of do your. You do have to do the stretches where you kind of like point your toes, and then bring them back up towards your knee, and then do side to side. But and it's tender. But you kind of have to do it because your ankle's been immobile for so long that
Mine hasn't, because I've been having like major, because of my fibro. I've been having major like foot spasms and stuff that have been like pushing every which way from the beginning. So I haven't been able to control that, obviously. And because they've got a cast on me that's actually bigger than my ankle most of the time, it doesn't actually feel like it's not moving. It feels like it's moving in there.
Yeah, I mean, I could move in the cast as well. And to be fair, I probably started my stretching like early. Like I kept trying to like stretch while I was still in the hard cast.
I move my toes just because they told me that I need to move my toes. And I'm doing my strengthening exercises and stuff for the tops of my legs. But anyway, sorry, I'm just. This is why I'm not talking very much and why I'm not online very much at the moment. Not just because it hurts like hell to sit upright for long, but also because I'm very traumatized, and this is the only thing that I can seem to talk about. So I'm really sorry about that.
It's the one major thing that's going on in the forefront of your life right now. It's fine. And like I said, you just need to, because I've gone through it. Like just message me, talk to me. It's fine.
I mean, it's ridiculous though. It's ridiculous because who has flashbacks about tripping over a shoe? Me. This dude right here has flashbacks. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on because I'm not going to cry on camera over something as ridiculous as that. I'm just not going to do it.
I cry on camera all the time.
Yeah, I know, but not over tripping over a fucking shoe.
No, but I did make a video and cried on camera about how I was scared of my own child.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. Fun.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. So, moving on. This is the book that we're reading this segue. So, the blurb for this. Sally has salt water in her veins. Oh, another one.
Oh, no.
So when her father leaves her high and dry in the port of Kirkpool, she has no intention of riding out the winter at home while he sails off for adventure. But any plans to follow him are dashed when a handsome stranger with a telltale magician's mark on his arm commandeers her ship. He is Prince Leander of Eleanor, and he needs to cross the Crescent Sea without detection so he can complete a ritual on the sacred Isle of the Gods. Sully has no desire to escort a spoiled prince anywhere, and no time for his entitled demands or his good looks. Oh dear. But what starts as a leisure cruise will lead to acts of treason and sheer terror on the high seas, bringing two countries to the brink of war, two strangers closer than they ever thought possible, and two dangerous gods stirring from a centuries of rest. Ooh. Ooh. It does feel very... This is definitely YA. This one, no. This one, YA. This one, not YA.
So we need to place our bets now. Am I going to be able to deal with it? Because I have not been coping well with YA recently.
Then, oh, I have that one. And also, hi, by the way. Hi.
I hope you've just joined us and not seen my little...
Yeah, they've just joined. I also have Chlorine. Well, that was the book club book of the month. We've just talked about this.
Mentally strong you've ever been in your life.
Yeah. Such a good book. Read it. It's good. It's short. It packs a punch. Do it.
Don't eat at the same time. Don't do it. Just don't eat at the same time.
It's gory. It's intense.
It's a great time though.
Yeah.
What?
It's a great time.
As long as you're like feeling sick.
So yeah, this is the pick for this month. Right now.
Yeah.
Will it lift me out of a reading slump? Possibly. Possibly.
I think it could.
It's definitely it's one that's, if you just read it surface level, is a good horror book. But if you let it sit with you and let it and think about it, it does have so many fucking layers. It's really good. It's layers and layers. It's a very, very spicy onion.
It is quite spicy in places.
I just finished Dead Inside, which was extreme horror, so I may be okay.
You'll
be fine.
I don't do extreme horror. Well, I haven't done extreme horror yet, I should say.
I've done extreme horror and I fucking loved it. I still what book was it?
Don't make me do it.
No, I'm trying to bring up my Goodreads, but obviously it's so very slow. I was going to say something really bad then. So my teenage psychotic bloodbath, I think. I can't spell it.
My brain. Oh.
Oh my god, how do you spell?
I would recommend not eating for a certain scene in Chlorine.
How do you spell psycho? Definitely
not fish of any description.
You're not helping me, Laura. How do you spell psycho?
P-S-Y.
P-S-Y. There we go. Psychic teenage bloodbath. Yes, it's in the comments. So, like, oh, read that. Book 1 was good. Book 2 was rubbish. See, I haven't read book 2 yet. So, the Psychic Teenage Bloodbath. It was so intense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think it's a book for you, Laura. I don't think it's a book for you. I still want to read book 2, but the way book 1 ended, I felt like it was like, how can they make a book 2? And that's probably why it's crap.
Why do I want to read it now, though? It's because you've told me that it's not for me.
Probably.
And I'm just a child and now have to try and prove you wrong and probably won't.
It was my first extreme horror. I think it was one of my first too. I mean, just reading the blurb by Carl in the beginning, I was just like, oh, he's my type of guy. He just seems like on my level.
Okay, so I can read dark romance and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I reckon I could probably do
Okay.
extreme horror.
Do you know the concept of like human centipede?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine gore on that level.
Nah, I'm out.
There you go. There you go. It's not all like that. There is gore, but it does go to that level of
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm not that much into gore as such.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind a bit here and there, but
Book one probably goes off the rails after halfway, and it's glorious. It is
glorious.
glorious. It is intense. It's like that. It's not exactly a meme. It was like a video of like Wes Craven, where it was just like more blood, and like, but we have like 3 buckets, more blood. Like, okay, it's definitely like that. More blood, more gore, guts, everything.
I was going to say something entirely inappropriate there, but I'm not going to.
It'll be the first time you've stopped yourself.
Probably the last time I'll stop myself.
Hydration break. But yes, I mean, now you're here and haven't read Chlorine, we can't carry on talking about this book, even though we probably could. But yeah, I think we've said pretty much everything we're going to say on this. But read it.
Yeah.
Read it.
Back to us.
It is definitely a book that I will recommend to people who do like gore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once you read it, you know the kind of people that it can go for. I mean, oh, I don't mind spoilers. Lol. I do.
You've come to the right place, friend.
Yeah. We don't even try and do a non-spoiler section. We're just like, we're talking about this book and we're just going. That's what we're doing.
I couldn't keep it any longer.
I will read it. Another friend recommended it to me. It's good. It's a short one. Check trigger warnings in the author's note first. Yeah. But trigger warnings are a guideline. Because sometimes when I read a book and it does give you trigger warnings, sometimes I feel like it spoils it, and then there's other times where it's like I'll read the trigger warnings and I'm like, that'll be no problem, but then I'll be reading it and I'll be like, oh, that hit me in a way that I wasn't expecting, you know? So
I think, like, I would say I'm not someone who's triggered very easily in fiction.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'm just in the wrong sort of mood for something. You know?
I mean, I think something that will always turn me off is when something goes into detail about being inappropriate with children. I mean, there was kind of like that in this book, but it was definitely hinted at constantly, but I don't feel like there wasn't the graphic side of it.
No, apart from the text where he tells her that he loves her. Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Get out.
Rolled up newspaper. Just that's that scene in Family. No.
Yeah.
Asthma. I don't mind trigger warnings. I think if they spoil the book, then the triggers were used in a shock value way, which I think is a cheap move.
Yeah.
Accepted. Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't have triggers, but the essay scenes, maybe some folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Precaution. Yeah. Yeah.
Although I have found, as a general rule, that people that have experienced it are less triggered by it
Mm-hmm.
than that haven't experienced it.
Yeah. It's like when I was... The only book I've ever put down due to triggering content was The Clown Hunt due to one death scene. Okay. Well, I wouldn't particularly want to read that anyway because I've got a fear of clowns.
Oh, should not have told me that. No, I'm joking.
Dude, we won't be friends anymore.
No, I'll stay away from clowns for you if you stay away from spiders for me. That's the deal.
Fair.
I feel like we've got this down. It's
Good.
fine. I would never. Anyway.
No. What was I going to say?
Not
before that comment popped up, I was going to say something.
Sorry.
It's gone into... It wasn't you. It's all Ven's fault. It was going to be something so profound and like, you know, life changing, but the thought has just gone out into the ether. How dare?
Whereas with me, with thoughts that go out into the ether, I know for a fact that it just wasn't anything interesting. Which is most of what I think, really. But
no, to me, normally it'll, like, you know, go out into the ether, fly around the room, and then like come at me again at like 4 a.m. and I'll be like, oh, that was it, and then I'll forget it again.
Yeah.
I tend to detail things everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Oh, so right. So triggers. Oh yeah, that was it. Ha 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 ha! I remembered. So yeah. Derail. I figured that's what it was. But oh no, I forgot it again. Then stop commenting. No, I'm lying. I remembered. So for a previous book club, not mine, someone else's, there were reading a book that had issues with an eating disorder. And I had one of those when I was younger. Like I was saying earlier, like you wouldn't think of it to look at me now, but yeah, when I was doing dancing and gymnastics,
fat people have eating disorders too. You don't necessarily lose weight from having an eating disorder.
You're calling me fat? You've got eyes. How dare you say something that you can see? Anyway, so it's like, yeah, so and they were people were like all coming at me, being like, oh my god, you don't have to join this week, this month, whatever, you know, because of like history or whatever. And I'm like, it's fine, chill. But and to be fair, the book, it was done really well. It represented it really, really well. But yeah, I think people that have experienced the trauma do find it less intimidating.
Yeah. The thing that gets me mad about disordered eating and eating disorders rep in books is when, like, the actual eating disorder is repped really well, but then the stuff around it, the innocuous stuff that we deal with, that every person deals with every day in society, doesn't get picked up on. And that pisses me off, because I spent so many years not knowing that these things were there, and now that I see them, I can't unsee them.
Mm-hmm.
I get really, really annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So that annoys me. So I do have triggers. I just don't have many of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Lucky. And I think there's obviously, I think everyone's variable anyway. Some days you are going to be more sensitive to these things than other days, and you know, it's,
to be fair, the joys of being a woman and the constant hormonal fluctuations. It's like, you know, something can make me cry one day and the next day I'll just be like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah.
I'm tough as old boots until I trip on a shoe. And then
Until you trip on a boot.
And then I crumble and turn into a puddle of mush in a skin bag.
I read Butcher and Blackbird because of the trigger warnings. See, now Wyatt's back in school, I want to do the video. Because I want to read Butcher and Blackbird, but I want to do a video where Chris and I read it together, and I film his reaction to him reading it. Because I mean, he's heard. He's not a reader so much anymore. He used to be, but then, like, you know, life happened, and you know, other forms of media have taken over, which is totally fine. And he reads completely different books to I do. I mean, it's like he reads fantasy and stuff, but he just reads other random crap too. And he's heard some of the random crap that I listen to, and he's also heard, like, you know, spicy books and all the rest of it. Because I go to sleep listening to audiobooks because I have to have noise. So yeah, he's heard a lot of random stuff. But I just want to be able to film his reaction to, like, you know, focusing and reading a spicy book.
I want to do that as well.
Yeah.
But so the thing is very good at keeping his reactions on the inside of his head.
Yeah, Chris is the same, but I think it'll have more of the comments that he'll make. So it won't exactly be his initial reaction. It'll be how he speaks or how he, like, chats about it afterwards. That's going to be the interesting part.
Yeah, definitely. Oh dear. I might do a video where I read it to him.
You got to do all the voices then. You got to do all the voices and the sound effects. You're like, nah. I'll pass.
Let me see if I can do this without flashing the fancy pants. Look at that. Didn't even need to get up in the first place.
You're looking the banner. The banner at the bottom covered your leg.
Okay.
Golf cap.
Okay, I'm going to go to a random page.
What's this
one?
Unhinged. Rapt attention.
Okay. Be kind. I'm dyslexic. Okay. That's not what it's.
Me too. Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
As she moved back to the kitchen area, her foot slid lightly on. Oh no, I can't. Let's flip over a shoe.
Pick a different page. Triggered by a foot slip.
Wouldn't be the first time. Happened earlier. Oh, we've got a child.
Don't read that out loud. Hi.
Say hi, Paula.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Say night, Isabel.
You gonna say night?
Say night.
Night.
Night. Hi, Matt.
Let's take a microphone.
Yeah, take the microphone off. Don't need a microphone on in bed. So.
Yes.
She is cute, isn't she?
Yeah.
She gets it from me.
I don't know if people missed it because, like, last on Monday on sprints when we were sprinting, Wyatt came in and gave me kisses and cuddles.
Aww. He's a sweet.
He is. It's like Brown comes in and just wants to be on camera and just be like, Yes.
Well, you know, I love the confidence.
Yeah.
It's never a bad thing when they're confident.
Mm-hmm. It's only confident. Oh, well, go on. Okay, let's go.
You want to go now?
Yeah. Is it safe? Oh, we're getting some ASMR, kinky. Let's go.
Shut up, you. Sorry. It was early evening when another knock, this time the clunk of bony nicotine-stained knuckles. This isn't sexy. Sorry, I added my own thoughts there.
It's like how could she know nicotine? Oh, or is it the door that's speaking right now?
It must be. Okay, so it was early evening when another knock, this time the clunk of a bony nicotine-stained knuckles, pulled my conscious outward again. So yes.
Yeah, it's the door. Okay.
Talking. Randall. His booze-tainted breath curled offensively against my front as he leaned much too close, speaking into the door jamb. Tana, hey Tana, it's Randall, honey. I know you're home. I saw your car in the parking space. Hey, did the cops talk to you today?
That just gave me the ick. But I feel like
That wasn't even naughty.
now. I feel like I have to read it now.
I mean, this will be my first Vera Valentine, and I've got to say, nicotine-stained knuckles does not turn me on.
No, but I think it's the intimacy between her and the door that's the thing. Like, sentient door? Okay. I feel like I have to read it now.
Yeah, maybe this is going to be my next read now, because I kind of need to find out how the door becomes sentient in the first place.
Yeah. Even Ben's like, I've heard things about the hinge and squeak. Yeah. Yeah. See, my 18-year-old's read it and just been like, and I'm like, he's told me things about it. I've promptly forgot because, you know, zero fucks given. Because I was like, I'm never going to read it. But now I'm just like, I feel like I kind of have to.
Yeah. Have you seen the other titles for Vera Valentine's books? I'm going to have to read all at this rate. The Carnal Cryptid series. Planet Oster Fertility Fusion. Not sure I'm down for that one, I'm afraid. Squeak and Squeal.
Are those different, or are they follow-ons?
I think they must be all different. Sap and Spile. I don't know if I'm pronouncing them correctly, and I don't know what they mean. Do I want to know? I'm gonna have to find out, but I probably don't want to know.
See, I'm looking on Storygraph right now, and it's like bound by the monster erotica anthology.
Stuff though, it's so eye-opening for me. I'm clearly much more sheltered than I thought I was. But seriously, knuckles.
Creepy Court, a Monster Mall anthology. Erotic excavation. Oh no. Hang on. Sorry, I have to share my screen for this. Share screen. Yeah. So
Dinosaurs! I love dinosaurs.
I don't think you love dinosaurs the way that they love dinosaurs. Because that...
I mean, I'm going to have to find out though, aren't I?
Oh my god, the series is called Christy. Oh my god. Oh, what are the other titles? Oh, there's only one so far, but that's a series. First published last year. Okay, so
I really hope that I'm going to have to request that Vera Valentine appears on Vanessa's channel so that
I mean, I think my first like monster smut was the Minotaur milk one. I mean, I've had like werewolves and shifters and that kind of thing, but they don't normally have sexual encounters in their beast form, should I say. So I think they only like the first truly like monster smut. Other than Ice Planet Barbarians, but you know, they're aliens. I don't class them as monsters. They're aliens, they're different.
Realistically. Apart from the first one, there's nothing really.
No. And to be fair, the story of Ice Planet Barbarians is not half bad.
No, I quite enjoy it. Although I think I've only read 2 of them so far.
I think I've read about 9. I will get to Squeak eventually. I was supposed to read it in September and run out of time. That cover is giving me Chuck Tingle vibes. Yeah.
Which
I've never heard of that. Noah read it though. Heard of which one? The Milking the Minotaur one?
I really, really want to go to a monster eroticon. I think it'd be fun.
It was called Morning Glory Milking Farm. It's a series?
What's that dinosaur one called again?
Let me go back. Erotic Excavations. But I think that's also written by, I think it's a group effort. Pamela Bones with Cleo Evans and Vera Valentine.
What? It's not on KU. Rude.
I have to read the description for the Erotic Excavations. Hang on, let me bring the mic closer. Let's get this.
I haven't got my mic on, otherwise I'd have really got in there.
So, a forbidden exhibit, a taboo crush, and an impossible dose of saurian lust are about to turn what should have been a simple errand into a torrid, insipid, interspecies affair. That's just the tagline. So I'm. Say again.
No, not caffeine. What was it? Tobacco stained knuckles. I can't get that out of my head. Rude.
The Milky Farm, yeah. Hey Kelly. So I'm just reading the synopsis of a dinosaur erotica right now. So please, I'm dyslexic as well, so I'll probably mess up my words, but still. So the quaint, quirky little town of Fossil Falls, oh my god, has more buried beneath the surface than their famous namesake. A huge secret lies in wait behind charming shopfronts, hotels, and a prestigious museum. Behind the facade, permitting official Diana Jones, wow, is about to uncover the find of a lifetime. But when Diana's real reason for visiting Fossil Falls is revealed, this excavation may just turn deadly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can Tybalt, Casey, and Diana work together to save the town's secret without losing one another? And this novella has the following: Dinosaur Shifters, Primal Play, Dom/Sub Dynamics, Fated Mates, Love, Saurian Lust, unlike anything you've ever read before, Knotting and Pheromones, and more.
How could there be more?
Erotic
Is that
Excavations.
everything?
Erotic Excavations is the first book in the Creature Kink series and is a MMF, so male, female romance with 2 dinosaur shifters and a human. This is very spicy, low plot novella
Fair enough.
that will make you think next time you sit down to watch a dino movie from the minds of Vera Valentine, Cleo Evans. We bring you Pamela Bones, an author who can't wait to dig up a new kind of love. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
so cute.
I mean,
Oh,
at least the dinosaur shifters are not actually like sentient like dinosaurs. Because yeah, there's other ones where that, and it's just like, how did the
Where does it go?
Yeah, pretty much. Where does it go? How? Why? How?
I'm invested in finding out for you, Paula.
I have a terrible monster romance book rec. It's called Beast by Jenica Snow. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling and book 1 of the series. It was an experience. Okay, let me
Ben, I'm not going to be drawn into this. I'm not doing it. I do not like this book.
You don't? Have you read it?
No, Ven didn't.
Okay.
He's trying to trick us into reading a bad book. I see you, Ven.
Hey, I've read bad books. And, you know. Jenica. No.
Although I have.
Dude, we're going to read Unhinged together on purpose.
Okay. That's fine.
I did not like this book. I did say it was terrible. Fair. So, The Beast. The description. What if the Beast never turned into a prince? To be honest, in Disney, I would have kept him in beast form. He was so much hotter as the Beast in Disney. As soon as he turned human, I was like, nah, I'll pass.
Paula, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Just go on Amazon and search Jenica Snow.
On Amazon?
Yeah. These titles. Top notch.
Easier doing it on my phone. It's faster. Hang on, let me go to Kindle.
I really feel like a teenager when I look at some of this stuff, you know.
So who am I looking at? Jenica. Jenica Snow. A lot of it's on KU though.
Hello. Oh, go on then.
Oh, go on then. Oh, Suck and Blow. Nice.
Just the tip.
Big. Real Man, 20. Handling Mr. Harper. Real Man, Volume 1. What? What did you see?
I've just added that to the wish list my mother-in-law can see.
You can move it, you know.
Yeah, but she'll have already seen it. She gets a notification every time I add something.
Yeah, but if you remove it,
How?
it's fine. Just breathe. Just remove it. It's fine.
I can't have this conversation with her.
I should add, Noah made me read this. I had no idea what I was about to read. Yeah, make a playlist. Just be like, make a playlist on YouTube.
One on there.
What?
I also put the dinosaur one on there. Damn, I thought that had gone on the other one. It's fine. It's fine. Deleted. It's good. It's fine. Fine. It's fine.
Oh no, bought and paid for.
Non-binary yet, then we don't need to be having conversations about.
Okay, this is not by Jenica Snow, but cupcakes for my orc enemy. Sweet monster treats.
That's a sound cute. Fair.
To be fair, have you read that time I got drunk and saved a demon?
No, I have not read it yet.
It's cute. It's funny. I think I've read the first and the second one. I haven't read the third one.
Can I just say something? You know how everyone has words that they really hate?
Yes.
For a reason other than they just make them cringe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeeted is mine.
What is yours?
Yeeted. I don't know why, but I hate it. I hate that word.
See, I don't think there's words I hate. There's words that I love. It's like one of my favorite words of all time is girth. Because it sounds like what it means. Girth.
Yeah. That's when you say it like that.
Exactly. Girth. Oh, I love our book club chats. Always descending into madness.
Well,
that's how we do it.
Particularly mad. I've got.
Oh yeah, don't forget we still need to buddy read Late Bloomer together.
I've got it right here.
It's on my TBR card. It's fine. Are we gonna read Unhinged first?
On my TBR cart.
You've got what?
I've got 0 books on my TBR cart.
Is it because you've put them on your shelves?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've made TBR shelves. I know you.
Yeah. I can be a fast reader, but I'm not that fast. Yeah. All of my unreads now are this shelf, and this shelf.
Mm-hmm.
3 shelves worth.
See, you've been in
on there.
You've been in this library, right? So you know that space behind the chair. There is the bookcase, but then there's the bit where the wall kind of curves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another bookcase for there and put my TBRs on there because my TBR cart is overflowing.
My cart just was going to fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, TBR carts are a good theory, a good idea in concept, in theory. But, you know, when we have a book buying, it's not a problem.
A book buying hobby?
Yes. As I say, we are book dragons. We like to hoard. We like our hoard. And it is ever growing. And we're saving them from being lonely in the bookshop. No,
we're just them from a lonely life.
Exactly. And they have such a better time with all our groups and our like shelf decor and you know.
Yeah. And just generally knowing that they're loved.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I have so many unread books on my shelves and Kindle. Don't even get me started on Kindle. Don't even start on the Kindle. Since I found like Stuff Your Kindle Day and all those, I was like, I will go through and I will just add and add and add and add. I
don't even look anymore. I just don't look because Well, I'm on a book buying ban, so I can't. But I think I've pretty much like come to the decision that I'm quitting that. It's not working for me.
Well, to be fair, when you came to visit and you did, I was like, I'm taking the day off of my book buying ban to buy the books. You went hard. You were just like
books.
Yeah. You went hard.
And if I hadn't been on a ban, I'd have probably bought half that.
I think we need to go to that place where it's like the book warehouse where everything's like 75% off.
Probably not a good idea.
See, I want to go. The thing is, it's in a warehouse, and it's like.
After I have visited.
Pardon?
The book warehouse that will be empty after I have visited.
Probably not, but where is it?
Oh, my leg's so damn heavy.
Is there nowhere that you can't you lift it up?
Well, it's sort of up, but not high enough. I wonder if my radiator would be better, actually.
It's called 66 Books.
No, too high.
So 66 Books. They're open 2 weekends a month for members of the public, not business. Come alone with a friend or bring your kids. No booking required. It's 70% off all books for everyone. And they're open 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. So we can't guarantee entry after 4 p.m. And, you know, it's dependent on what books they have in the warehouse at that point.
Well,
yeah, I still want to go.
What I'm having tattooed next, and I'm going to need my nose piercing again now, thanks to my stupid surgeon.
Why?
Because he made me take it out.
Did you not get a retainer?
They kept it for me, but then I just couldn't get it back in again.
If you knew you were going in for surgery, you should have got a retainer from Amazon. You can get like plastic ones that go in that won't interfere with stuff.
There was literally 3 days between the accident and my second surgery. I didn't have time. I didn't know.
Where is this place? I want to go to a place with cheap books. It is
a UK booktubers meetup, and it could be in Leeds.
Just see, I want to say that because it's very central. Leeds is quite central.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I'd say Coventry because it's in the Midlands and that really is central. But it's absolutely pants here for anything book related.
Leeds is not far. Where are you then?
Manchester.
Are you in the? You're Mancunian, mate. You Manchester. I bet you hate that. It's like an hour on the train. Yeah. 66 Books is not in Leeds. It is. Contact us. Give me the information. It's Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire.
Where the hell is that?
In Hertfordshire. I don't know. Google Maps it.
We'll go through the magical door that I'll draw on the wall. Sorry, I've gone back to hex and hexability again.
I wish I had the power to teleport because I'd just be able to go see people and not. I just like boop. There I am.
I'd never have to fear a shoe again.
Just to be able to go and see people. I mean, it's like going and seeing Kelly, who's in Florida. Like, you know, boop, hello.
I'd be able to go to Monster Eroticon. I wouldn't even need a ticket. I'd just turn up there. There, kick me out now. I'm here.
Oh, it'd be so amazing to go in events. It's like with the Yalk that's happening this year. It's actually happening on my birthday, and it's killing me that I can't go. But yeah, just to be, because it's like not so much. It's the travel and the staying in London that's the expensive thing. I mean, obviously, I spent about 300 quid on books, but you know, I was at a book convention
compared to everything else you had to pay.
Yeah, I was at a book convention. Literally, if Chris hadn't, because it was for my 40th birthday present. I mean, the weekend of my birthday was after the Elk weekend, but this year it actually falls on my birthday. But yeah, it was a case of it's my 40th. I'm going to this book convention, and I actually got to meet Amy in person, which was really nice. I got to meet Kasha as well. And other couple of UK booktubers, which is nice. Yeah. So yeah. But I'm really bummed that I can't go this year. But it'd be so good to be able to teleport, because you could go to the event and then bounce back out and go sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, you could just appear in your own bed.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have to be afraid.
No.
Life anymore.
So someone needs to invent a teleportation machine, and it'd be like, you know, free for everyone. Let's just put it there. It has to be free for everybody. And also, I want someone to
Elon Musk in it. No Elon Musk in it.
No. I also want someone to build a pain transference machine. Not for evil, but for when people go to the doctors or go to medical professionals and just be like, I'm in pain, I need help. And the doctor turns around and goes, you can't be in that much pain. Because as you with fibro, I have also a chronic pain condition, and they just go, it can't hurt that bad. And it's like, you know, when they ask you on the pain scale, and you're just like, yeah, it can go up to a 10. It can't possibly go up to a 10. It's like,
start when your baseline is a 5.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah,
I'm not doing it.
But you totally understand my point, though, don't you? You understand the thing.
This is why I suffer at home and I don't go to doctors. I just don't. I can't. It's either it can't be that bad, or it's because you're fat, and I just can't deal with it anymore.
See, they can't legally say that to me because of my ED when I was younger. So they can't actually
technically say that to me because it's not on my records. Because I went private.
It's like we'd be totally screwed.
Services here.
So we'd be totally screwed without the NHS, but some people that work within the NHS need to retrain.
Yeah.
Hard. Sure. And I understand that they see a lot of people constantly, and they see a lot of drug seeking behavior, and I get it, but
that's
you can't.
I thought they'd think I was just wanting drugs, when actually I don't take painkillers until it's bad. Like, it has to be real bad for me to take painkillers.
Well, I have to take painkillers to function normally. It's like I can't. It's like when my medication alarm went off, and it was like, medication time. It's like I have to have medication to function at all.
Well, I need medication to function.
Yeah.
My doctor won't give me pain medication of any description.
Well, I had to fight to get breakout pain medication.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, breakout pain.
I had to fight for that. And it's very rare that I have to take the diazepam. But like when my back went into spasm last Monday, it's just like, yeah, I needed that breakout pain medication.
Yeah.
And it's like I only took it that night and the next day, but it was one tablet.
Yeah.
They think because it's like, it's diazepam, it's bad, and it's just like, I said to him, I was like, okay, look up the last time you gave me diazepam. And they were like, oh, it's been over like a year and a half. And I'm like, yeah, because you give me that prescription, and that prescription will last me that long. I only take it when it's so bad that I'm actually freaking crying, like in the fetal position, if I can actually get in the fetal position, So, yeah. So that's when they were like, okay, we'll let you have the diazepam again. So it's like, thanks. But yeah, my doctor actually called me a drug addict. And we had to put a complaint in. And guess who owns that doctor's surgery now? The doctor that called me a drug addict.
Yeah, that's why I don't bother with mine, because the one that messes with me the most is the one that's in charge.
I've got the screen recording. I've got the phone call recording on my phone. If I find it, I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. You will be freaking shocked.
My doctor just likes to just stop medications, especially if they haven't prescribed them. So because the majority of the time my medications are prescribed by the hospital, because that's the only place I'll actually go for anything. Because the hospital near me is actually, apart from insisting on misgendering me constantly, other than that, they're fantastic. Have no complaints whatsoever. There is one complaint, but that's from years ago, so it's fine. But my GP sees I've got a new prescription, just stops it. So the amounts of times I've had to get the hospital to contact my doctor's surgery just to get them to reinstate my blood pressure medication or my mental health medication. Imagine like just going cold turkey with anything that messes with your brain, anything that messes with your blood pressure.
To be fair,
if you have medication for anything, just going cold turkey is just not a good idea.
To be fair, Chris we had a little Barney with the pharmacy. I put an order for my diabetes medication and my blood pressure medication on Friday. I received an email on the Monday saying that it'll be ready to be collected on the Thursday. And then I received another email the next day saying it'd be ready, about 4 hours later, that it'd be ready to collected on the Tuesday. So that's 2 emails on Monday telling me 2 different times, but I told Chris about this and he was like, okay, I'll go and pick your medication. He went in on Friday, bearing in mind the medication said that first it was Thursday, then it was Tuesday. So Chris was like, okay, I'll go Friday just to make sure that it's there. Goes to the pharmacy and they say, oh, we're really short-staffed. There's been a bunch of medication that's been made up, but we've lost it and we can't find it. Bearing in mind, this is diabetes and blood pressure medication. Luckily, I wasn't out of it, but it's like it was like, a couple of days worth that I still had. So then after that, on the following Monday, because they said, oh, we'll call you what's going on. So the following Monday, Chris calls and it's just like, okay, well, this happened, when what's going on with the medication. They basically turned around and said, I don't know why my colleague said that didn't happen. we didn't lose any medication. It was like, Chris was like, okay, so can we have the medication? No, it's not been issued. It's like, what do you mean it's not been issued? I've received 2 emails saying that it's ready for collection. And then the guy was like, oh, I don't know what's going on. So Chris said, well, can you put me in contact with someone so I can actually like make a complaint? And he was like, oh, I'll pass you on to someone else. So passed him on to someone else in the shop. That person was just helping out. They were temporary. So it's just like, how? It's like you wanted to put in a complaint, so you pass them to someone who doesn't actually work for that pharmacy.
Mm.
And then we had spoke about the medication and the emails, and they replied with, well, we don't have control of our email service.
So what's the point then?
Yeah, exactly. What the fucking it was just constantly everyone passing the book from one to another to another to another. And Chris, obviously, he got annoyed, which you can understand. And he started raising his voice, and he's just like, look, well, the issue is, it's like, said that this medication is supposed to be ready. It's not ready. You've just told me now that you've only just put the script through to the doctors when it was supposed to be done last week.
Mm.
You're going to put it through to the doctors. So you've not even actually done it. This is life-saving medication. It's diabetes and blood pressure medication. It's not fucking right. And she was just like, well, I'll put it through this afternoon. And it's like, well, why won't you put it through now? While we're on the phone. And she was like, if you're gonna keep speaking to me in that tone of voice, I'm not gonna help you. And she just hung up. So we get a number for a complaint for Cohen's chemist. And we call, and it basically rings forever. And we're supposed to be putting through to this medication team, like complaints thing. And the security guard answers, and he has to put us through. It's like, what the hell is happening?
Very bizarre.
Yeah. But I got my medication in the end. Wow, that's an absolute mess. Yeah, it is. It's like, it feels like for me, it feels like the doctors and the pharmacy don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
And this pharmacy is just, I mean, like, well, we've had budget cuts, and like, staff have been let go, and this, that, and other, and it's just like,
that's all well and good, but people still need their medication. You're still providing a service.
And the thing is, when Chris went in to pick up the medication, and they gave him the whole spiel of like, the medication's been made up, but we've lost it. Basically, he was in a queue. He said there were about 8 people, and he was like 4th in the queue, and they were saying this to every single person. And then within the next couple of days, it's like, oh no, that never happened. Our colleague shouldn't have said that. And it's just like, the fuck? Yeah. What an absolute mess. What an arse. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I know for a fact the NHS saves lives, and I absolutely love the NHS, but there's people working within the system that just should not.
Have to accept the less than part people.
Hello, Nicole.
Hello, Nicole.
How are you, sweetie?
Well, yeah.
Have you read this book? If so, what are your thoughts?
I would love to know Nicole's thoughts on this book, actually.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So,
can't believe we've been talking for like 2.5 hours. Normally, half of this stuff's off stream.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still live.
I know. Just forgot to turn it off, didn't you?
I forgot to turn it off. But yeah, we got conversations with Ven, and now Nicole's here. Hello.
Yeah.
I think Asma fell asleep a while ago.
Fair enough.
No, I haven't, but I will pick it up. Do it. It's a short book. It's gory. It's graphic. It's intense. You'll love it.
Wow.
It's a good time. It's a spicy onion. As I said earlier, it's a spicy onion. It has layers.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, at surface level, it's a good book. But then when you sit and actually think about it, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, still awake doing you. I apologize, Asma. Spank me later. Just loaded it onto my Kindle before I forget. Good. Sounds like my kind of book. Exactly. Gotta score my patients' responses to my survey. Going through 101 responses with 68. Damn. Damn.
A lot.
See, Asma is someone that works within, like, you know, the system. And they go above and beyond to the detriment of their own mental health sometimes. See.
Yeah.
We love you, Asma. You do good jobs.
I am very grateful for my hospital. My GP, I can't wait to change, but my hospital, my local hospital is fantastic.
Just finished The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy. Ooh. It was really good. So different from your book, lol.
Hello.
Isn't Thomas Hardy isn't that a classic? Or am I getting that mixed up?
No, I quite like Thomas Hardy.
Honestly, I see both sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally understand that.
That's the thing, like in my hospital, there's like this accident, for instance, the whole of the service, from having to call the ambulance to having had the second surgery and come home, there's only 2 things that weren't fantastic in my opinion, but though in my opinion, again, they were minor things for me. So annoying but minor, if that makes sense. So the first one was that the paramedics, when they took me into the hospital, first of all, A&E told them to take me down to minor injuries, who very quickly sent me to majors. But when the paramedics left me, bearing in mind I had my accident at 6 a.m. And so I was in my pants. And they just left me there in the waiting area in my pants. Not the best thing in the world. So, but it was an easy fix. I just asked someone that worked there on their way past if they could grab me a blanket, and it was fine. Okay. The only other thing was that after the first surgery, I was coming home. They put me in, like, they have like these bays where they put people that have been in majors but are being made ready to go home. So they need cannula out, they need crutches, they need last minute IVs or whatever. So in my case, I just needed my pain relief, my injections and crutches, and I could go home. And from the point of getting to that bay to the point of leaving was 6 hours, and there was absolutely no need for that amount of time, and they still sent me home with no meds. So that first 24 hours at home, I had no pain relief. Bearing in mind that was before my second surgery, so my leg was actually still broken at that point. I guess it technically still is now. It's just being held together, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I don't really know how this works, but and the nurse that was dealing with me really had no idea what she was doing with me at all. And I had to pretty much prompt her constantly. Well, not constantly, because there were other people that were much harder to deal with than me. Yeah. So I felt a bit bad for her because she clearly didn't know what was happening and what was going on. And she was completely overwhelmed, bless her.
The only like bad times I've had issues with the hospital, not so much in Leeds with LGI or Jimmy's. There was the time in Wales when my back went, and while I was in like triage or whatever, I got a phone call that one of my friends had passed away.
I remember you telling me about this before.
Yeah, so I was obviously distraught and upset, and the nurse came in and was like, the pain's not that bad. And Chris had to say, no, she's just got a phone call that one of her friends has passed away. And obviously she shut up and walked out of the room.
Yeah.
And
no apology though.
No.
And freaking window, I swear.
The other time was when I was getting the injection to try and dissolve the scar tissue in my spine, which didn't work. They had to like inject through the hole in my tailbone,
right,
like in the butt crack. But the needle couldn't pierce the scar tissue; it was too dense. So we tried to maneuver and go under the scar tissue to try and inject it that way, and the scar tissue was wrapped around all like my spinal cord and my nerves and all that stuff in my back.
Yeah.
And they say that the spinal you don't feel pain in your spinal cord, but there's all the other nerves in there.
Yeah.
Which you do feel pain with. And I can't believe Chris didn't hear me scream because he was like down the hall, and two like units of like people like came in to like hold me down on the table. I understand it because there was a needle in my tailbone, but I shouldn't have had to have been in that level of pain and also having basically two like rugby players having to hold me down to the table. That shouldn't have been a thing.
Nope.
But yeah.
Joys.
I won't say it on live chat, but I'll share some staff horror stories on Discord tomorrow if someone reminds me. Fair. Yeah, it's classic. I'm doing Victober this year.
Ooh.
Yes.
I haven't heard of that.
A month of Victorian literature during October. See,
well, that's cool. I like that.
I like that. But the thing is, I'm hit or miss with classics. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. Me and Charles Dickens, we don't vibe.
I'm hit and miss with Charles Dickens, to be fair.
One thing I'll share that I've heard from IT staff, from NHS and employees, is that doctors and nurses are the rudest people to call when logging jobs with IT. Yeah. I mean, should I put the phone conversation on Discord when my doctor called me a drug addict?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Look out for that. But yeah, basically he answers the phone and he's like, well, this is not an emergency. And it's just like, but you've not prescribed me enough medication for the month, and every month I'm like low on I don't get the right amount of pain medication, so I'm always like in absolute agony at the end of the month. I'm taking 2 tablets 4 times a day. You need to prescribe me enough to keep. You can see, Laura, move the chair. we can see the booty. Yeah.
Damn. Oh, wow. I don't care anymore anyway.
You got a fine ass.
I have.
Yeah, you do.
Hey.
They should have done a spinal block. What the fuck? Yeah.
They offered me surgery and I was like, nope, knock me out.
Well, the thing is, when I was giving birth with Wyatt, I was supposed to have an epidural because they didn't know how the pressure of the pregnancy and the actually giving birth was going to affect my spine. I was supposed to have an epidural early on, but they were busy, obviously, when I was in labor, because, well, Wyatt was preemie, so, but yeah. And by the time they actually come into the room to see if I needed, like, if they could administer it, I was, like, pretty much popping him out. Lady Audley's Secret by Mary Elizabeth Braddon was really good. Read some Sherlock Holmes. So far, so good. I'm glad it's going good for you. I'm happy that it's going good for you. Love it.
If they do it again next year, I'll do that with you as well. That sounds really good, actually.
See, I love Austen and Bronte. But I think it's... See, I really want to read The Count of Monte Cristo. But that book is chonky.
Yeah.
I think it's like the oldest book on my TBR. And it's huge.
Yeah.
But I really want to read it. I will get to it one day. Maybe I need to... Yeah. It will happen one day.
Okay, so you guys need to help me.
What?
I know it looks like I've been doing just ignoring you and not really paying attention because I needed to do something to distract myself. The pain's getting a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking we need to call it quits soon because you're going to be in agony. Well, you already are. I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, call me mad, but it feels like I've got metal in my leg.
'Cause you do.
Okay, so I did my next because I've just finished Text and Hexability, which I highly recommend. I think it's a 5-star actually. Really? Yes, I'm settle on 5-star for that. I think 5 stars. So I did my next role because I'm doing the TBR. What's this? Harvest.
Yes.
Because my Spooktober got cancelled thanks to my metal leg. Grey Fairy sounds interesting. I will have to.
This comment. I'm also reading the Grey Fairy book by Andrew Lang, a collection of fairy tales from around the world. That does sound cool.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good to me.
Katie from Books and Things is the creator of the readathon. Cool.
Okay. Katie.
Next year will be the 10th year.
Ooh.
Books and Things. Damn.
I like that.
Been on YouTube as long as I have.
Right, so my next role got me a book that's under 300 pages. So it could be.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
My other 2 options are the Z Word and Grass.
See, I want to read the Z Word, but let's just read Unhinged together. I mean, my next read for TBR Harvest is this one. It's got to have a cat in it, and I'm saying it's got a cat in it because it's a 3-headed goddess, and a tiger's a big cat, and it has to have green on the cover, which it does.
Okay.
So, and obviously it's Percy Jackson, and I love it. Me and my Rick Riordan stan.
I've only collected one cat so far.
This will be my second cat. Also Unhinged would work because I'm trying to do the other board as well, the haunted house. I think the next room that I have to get is it has to be paranormal, and I think having a sentient door is classed as
yeah.
no, it's not. It's relating to superstition.
Oh, maybe not then.
No.
I have printed out the haunted house one as well because I think that was really cool. And I feel like I had a part in it, a very teeny tiny, not important at all. Because I misunderstood something that Leandra said in the Discord. When she was asking for ideas of something, prompts maybe. I don't know. And I just said one for the attic, not realising that the attic initially wasn't
going to be in the house.
Yeah, wasn't like part of the thing. She was like, "Oh, actually, I like that idea." So it's there now.
See, I've done the attic, I've done the bedroom, right. I've done the library. Oh, bathroom, attic, bathroom, library. It's the bedroom that I'm in right now. I need to read something relating to superstition. And I'm like, is mythology superstition? Can I work that around? I'm like, maybe. Technically.
Yeah. I feel like Leandra would be kind of chill about it.
I mean, would you class mythology as superstition? Because I think that they have the whole thing of like, they have to like make offerings to the gods. And if you don't make those offerings, bad shit happens.
Yep.
So I'm like, can I work it for superstition? I'm reading the book anyway, but
yeah,
every haunted house needs an attic, exactly, or a basement, or both.
So I feel like my misunderstanding worked in our favour this time.
Yes.
So it doesn't always do that. This time it was a good misunderstanding.
I think we should just read Unhinged.
Okay, can we do that tomorrow?
Yeah.
And then
I'm probably just gonna listen to it just because I want to hear the audio for how bad it is.
Yeah, but just so you know, I will be sending you voice notes of my favourite bits.
That's fine. That's cool. That works too. Are you doing it on WhatsApp, or do you have Voxer?
I have Voxer.
Okay. I also have Voxer, so we can do whatever.
Just realised the number on the door is 69.
Yeah, I saw that too. Andrew Lang has The Colours of the Rainbow in the fairy tale book, and they were published in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Oh. Unhinged audio is good. Yeah.
Can't I get it?
You should be able, like I said, go to the type in Kindle Matchmaker. If you have it on Kindle, it should do it. I gave Unhinged 5 stars.
Oh, really? Nice.
So, we said that in unison. I think it's time, even though we're having good chats and everything's fine, Laura is in a lot of pain right now, and they're not wanting to say it, but we can see it. So I think it's time.
I'm so good at hiding it.
I deal with chronic pain. I understand. It's that thing where you do the breaths and you're like, Everything's fine. So the breathe through it.
Scream out loud.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'll either breathe or I'll start humming and not notice that I'm humming.
Oh, the hum. The hum.
Chris has to come over and goes like, what do you need? And I'm like, I'm fine. And he's like, you're not. What do you need?
Yeah.
If I squeak the butt.
Sorry.
Squeak is a good, but the St. Arthur is brilliant. Okay.
I've got that on my Kindle KU wish list.
So we're going to read Unhinged tomorrow, but I think we have to say good night or good morning if you're Nicole, because it's like 5 to midnight for us, but it isn't for you. So
I just need to just remove my leg for me, just for a minute.
You need to lie flat on your back and have your leg raised above you.
I deal with pain every single day of my life, but this pain I cannot tolerate. It's so bad.
Do you know people who suffer with chronic pain, when they have pain outside of their normal, it's intensified? Because it's not, they're used to that. Well, we're all used to our baseline of pain, and that's normal for us. But when it's
pain normally, can you? So
yeah, but the pain that we get from something else is intensified.
Yeah,
there's been studies and everything. It's 9 a.m. Who is the author of Chlorine? Jade Song.
Jade Song.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And that's just so you know, if you don't know already, that's her debut.
It is a debut. And for a debut, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Can I just try and show you on camera? I don't know.
I can see it, but yeah.
My daughter-in-law tried to write on it, and because it's like the soft one on the front,
the bandages, yeah.
So it has it. You can't really tell what it says, but it says "Get well soon" with a heart. That looks like, but I know it's a heart.
Isabel is the cutest. Look, when I came back, it's like I had to live on the couch because I couldn't get up the stairs. But Wyatt was just like so happy that Mummy was home from the hospital, and he just kept wanting to jump on me and everything. And it's just like, no, baby, you can't.
Yeah, Isabel's very good. Like after that first day, when a couple of times I think the worst part, like it's my broken leg is bad right now, but most of the time it actually isn't too bad if I'm keeping it, you know, keeping medicated and whatnot. But my right ankle, that's just sprained, but there's nothing on there to support it. And then obviously when I am like getting up to go to the toilet and stuff, I'm hopping on it.
Yeah. You're overcompensating, and yeah.
Oh my
God! See, we're lucky that I have a commode.
Yeah.
I mean, our bathroom's downstairs, but me living on the sofa, it's like we could like bring the commode down from upstairs, and it's like I didn't have to travel that far to the toilet because obviously it was just there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, luckily I don't have to travel far to go to the toilet because my bedroom is right next to the bathroom, so it's not too bad. I think it's just that whole being on crutches when you've never been on crutches before. Well, actually, that's a lie. I have been on crutches once before, but it wasn't for a break. So I don't know. I
think the first time that I managed to get into the bathroom to actually have a shower, it's like I had like the plastic boot thing that like my mum put, because my mum had one, so I didn't have to buy one. And
I'm not risking it.
I needed to shower.
I'm doing bed baths.
We were doing bed baths. But I needed to shower so badly.
I'm doing bed baths and shaved my head off. Not no head anymore. But I mean, yeah, it's not the same at all. Bed bath at all.
But I had to
of falling again. That
Yeah.
the most fear is greater than the need.
Yeah. The book sounds brilliant. I just ordered it. Awesome.
Oh, yay!
You're gonna love it.
Please let us know what you think of it when you read it. Please.
But yeah, the amount of pain I had from just showering, I ended up vomiting from pain. Just because of, it was not a good time. And on that note, I think we should actually say goodbye.
Yes, please.
Because I think you're done.
Yeah.
I will. Cool. So thank you everyone for coming and being here. We love you muchly. Love you, love yous. The book that we're reading this month is The Isle of the Gods by Amy Kaufman. The live show for this is usually the first Saturday of the following month.
Providing I don't break anything else.
Providing, yeah. Shall we lock it in?
We'll lock it in.
So 2nd of November. Putting it in the calendar. Book club.
Oh, that's the day Isabel has her birthday party.
So do you not want to have it? Do you want to have it the following week?
The
9th?
No, it should be okay because depending on my leg, I might not be able to go anyway.
Okay.
Which really sucks.
Okay, we'll lock it in for the 2nd, but it is subject to change, so keep a lookout on Discord.
Yeah.
For
I should be alright to do it anyway, even if I can go.
And with that, we shall say adieu. So a few last comments. Good night, all. Hopefully I will be able to catch you again soon. Yes, I will be sprinting on Monday. Lovely, lovely.
I will be doing the Sibs Book Club live show tomorrow at 3 p.m.
I'm excited to talk about that. Hopefully.
Me too. I'm actually prepared for that one.
Ooh.
I know.
Prepared for your own book club, but not this one. Rude.
Well, I'm just here for the lols. Not my book club here.
Can you believe this? She's just here for the lols. Oh, sorry, they're just here for the lols. My bad.
Yeah.
Naughty. Feel better soon, Laura. Take care, both. Thank you. Love you.
Putting up
What's
with me.
the book for this month again? It's Isle of the Gods by Amy Kaufman.
It's quite chunky compared to.
It is quite chunky. See, I thought it might be a little bit sexy naked because it's signed, but no. But
I do need to order it.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and with that, we will actually say goodbye. So, thank you for coming. So if you have read Ariadne, Laura and Beatrice will be live tomorrow. Laura's channel, 3 p.m. BST, because we haven't put clocks back yet. That happens at the end of this month, I think.
I have no idea. I'll know when I.
Yeah. Daylight saving happens eventually. Yeah. And I will be doing sprints on Monday. Sprints and trivia.
Ooh. And I may. Oh no, I won't be doing sprints on Monday because I'm at the hospital.
But we will send you all the loves.
Hopefully, I'll be able to have good news and have a walking boot and be on the next stage. Actually, that's the next stage, isn't it? Because technically, it's supposed to be soft cast, hard cast, walking boot.
Yeah, but if you've had your surgery and they've not put you in a hard cast, they might not.
They only didn't put me in a hard cast because of the swelling. because they can't cut off the blood circulation.
Yeah, but after my surgery, I don't think I had a hard cast, but I did have a longer wait time.
Yeah.
So it's like after the dislocation was fixed and stuff, it's like I had a soft cast, had to go in for a hard cast, and then after the surgery, it was a soft cast.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they wait for the surgery.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I had to go in for the second surgery to have the plate removed.
Yeah.
That time between the surgery and then after was hardly any time at all.
See, mine was 3 days. I had the first surgery on the day of the accident. And then I had the second surgery. So I had the accident on the Thursday. Oh, actually, it's how many? So I had the accident on the Thursday, and then I had the second surgery on the Monday. So actually, that's not 3 days, is it? It's 4. But anyway, it's not long, really.
No.
They did say I could be waiting up to 2 weeks, though, for that surgery, that second surgery.
So send all positive healing vibes Laura's way.
Please, I need them. I need them all.
And we will see you. If we don't see you in the comments, we'll see you in whatever streams or videos that will happen in the interim. But thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye. Don't bump at me.